Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right, what's going on, everybody? So today's video, I'm going to be going over Take-Two Interactive's earnings report. This is their Q4 investor call, all that good stuff, and I'm going to be kind of discussing the future of Rockstar Games. Because if you guys don't know, Take-Two Interactive is the company that owns Rockstar Games, and then they have investors that they funnel money into. That's kind of how this whole thing works, right? So I'm not going to be going over all of the crazy numbers and things like that. I don't want to confuse anybody. I'm just going to be going over the meat and potatoes, going over some graphics and things like that, and explaining some of the stuff as well. I am a shareholder. I do own stock in Take-Two. I believe in the company. I believe in Rockstar Games. I know that's been kind of rough lately, but I have faith and confidence that they're going to get this ship on the right course and fix a few things. I know it seems very difficult to believe that right now with some of the stuff they got going on. GTA Plus, continuously shit lobbies and servers with exploits and glitches and hackers destroying. Anyways, though, no, for real though. So I'm gonna go over a few things with you guys and share this with you. Like I said, I'm not sure if I did say this actually, but I was live streaming this and yesterday, and we had a good time checking it out and listening to all the questions from the other investors talking and asking stuff. Again, Bank of America, goated. They came with the heat. They came with the hot fire. So that was really cool. Anyways, though, let me get a sip of coffee and we'll get right into this, okay? Okay, so here we go. Let's get into it. Yada yada yada. So Take-Two, some of the stuff the leading developer, publisher, and marketer of interactive entertainment, the strongest growth segment of the entertainment industry, and that is true. Video games are bigger. Video games are the biggest form of multimedia entertainment in the world. Video games are bigger than movies and music combined. All right, combined. So keep that in perspective. Gaming it's huge. Okay, Rockstar, Take-Two, private divisions, and Take-Two mobile games. And just I made this video last report as well. They're pushing mobile video games, man. I hate that. I really do. But it is what it is. This talks about their tenets, their core tenets or whatever, creativity, blah 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 blah. 12 series of individual titles that have sold over 5 million. So each one of these titles have sold over 5 million units, which is obviously pretty impressive. They have 4 top 200 grossing mobile games: Dragon City, Monster Legends, Two Dots, and WW Sewer. Has anybody ever played these on mobile? I am not a mobile gamer. I'm a console and PC gamer. I just can't. My mobile device is for social media and texting, and I don't really use it for video games. I've played one mobile game in my life, and it sucked me down a deep, dark, bottomless pit, and I had to get rid of it. It was terrible, terrible. Anyway, so this is their expanding development capacity. This is their development studio staff headcount. Um, this is crazy. So going all the way back to 2014, they had 1,800 people, and at 2022, 6,042 people. That's crazy. That's insane. So a lot of people, a lot of growth in the company. That's a lot of people that you have responsibility for. Expanding market opportunity, global video game market in billions, in billions. In 2020, the video game market was 205 billion. And this is the different colors represent. Mobile is the dark green or dark blue. Digital PC is like the maroon or red. Digital console is like the orange. And then physical software, console plus PC, is the yellow right there in the top. Look at just, it's insane how mobile just died. It's crazy, man. Mobile is nothing but just pay to win. It's all cash. You think microtransactions on consoles are bad? And this really bothers me because I feel like the console and PC gaming developers are trying to turn it into a mobile type kind of environment where you got to spend money for rubies, right? Spend money for emeralds, spend money for gold, spend money on shark cards for real. See, I don't like that. I hate that. But as you see right here, in projected right now in 2022, 235 billion. So basically, in just 2 years, the market has expanded $30 billion. That's wild. That's insane. All right. And if you were to look in like 2018, it's even a bigger gap. Going forward from 2022 to 2026, in 4 years, they expect it to grow $50 billion from what it is today. That's well, roughly 50 billion. That's wild, man. That's wild. So a lot of growth opportunity with the gaming industry. So gaming industry has strong secular tailwinds. This is really interesting information right here. There were 3 billion global video game players in 2021. 4% total global video game players, CAGR, expected from 2021 to 2024. That's amazing. That's unbelievable. Average age of a gamer is 31 years old. So we make fun of all these squeakers out here, but who's the people that are making fun of them? It's the 30-year-olds and stuff like that. So your average, and think about all the big gaming YouTubers that we've grown up with, right? You've got your Doctor Disrespect, you got Nick Merckx, Tim the Tap Man, you got Ninja, you got PewDiePie, you got Mr. Beast. All these kids are like in their late 20s to early 30s, if not even up into their 40s, right? Then you have me. I'm 69 years old, so that's insane. 653 million hours of gameplay watched on average each week across Twitch, YouTube gaming, and Facebook gaming in 2021. 653 million hours. The mobile gaming market estimated at 131 billion gross bookings. Okay, that's insane. 729 million is the estimated size of the global games live streaming audience in 2021, which is up 10% from 2020. Wild. Interactive entertainment is the number one entertainment vertical. We just talked about that. And 90% of video game players in the U.S. expect to continue playing after social distancing is no longer required. That's wild, man. That's insane. All right, let's continue on. So now they're going to focus on Rockstar Games, which is obviously Take-Two's. Take-Two has two major developers that are going to be their revenue growth potential. That's Rockstar and 2K. Plus they're mobile, but those are the two big ones that we know of, right? Let's talk about it here. Look at some of this information here. All right, we're talking about Grand Theft Auto here. One of the most successful, iconic, and critically acclaimed brands in all of entertainment. Facts. Pioneered the open world genre. Facts. Series has sold over 375 million units. Unbelievable. Grand Theft Auto 5 specifically has sold over 165 million units to date. That's up 5 million in just one quarter. In just one 3-month period, this almost 10-year-old game has sold 5 million copies, totaling at 165 million. It reached $1 billion in retail sales faster than any entertainment release in history, which is true. And think that happened in 2013. That was unheard of back then. Obviously, it's still unheard of today. Best-selling game of the past 10 years in the U.S. based on both unit and dollar sales. And then they say it's constantly evolving, which is true. Regular release of free updates, over 40 DLCs to date. Over 40 free DLCs. That is, again, facts. And then a standalone version was launched on March 15th, 2022. Is that the right date? I remember didn't the date get... I think that might be right. I forgot exactly. I know the dates got pushed back a little bit. Let's talk about Red Dead. The series has sold 67 million units worldwide. It's between all the Red Deads. Red Dead Redemption 2 has sold 44 million units. So out of that 67 million units, RDR2 has sold 44 million units. It's the second best-selling title in the U.S. in the past 5 years based on dollar sales. That's huge. You get RDR, you get Red Dead Online free with every copy of Red Dead Redemption 2, and they released a standalone version in December 2020. So on the conference call, they talked about this. Red Dead is going to be getting some updates. Now, Strauss Zelnick, who is the CEO of Take-Two, he had an interview with IGN, and he had to distance himself. he said that Red Dead, they plan on supporting it. He had to come back with a not a redaction, but more of like a clarification. Like his people got back with IGN on this interview, and he said that Rockstar is the one that has to push the updates, right? But either way, he said that Rockstar is the one that's going to be responsible for updating Red Dead. But you can't have a game that's the second best-selling title of the past 4 years, has 44 million units, and you don't do anything with it. I know it is so hard to believe, but I've been saying this for the longest time. I do not think Red Dead is dead. I do believe they will be giving updates soon. I do. God, I hope they do. Red Dead fans deserve it. Everyone knows. I like Red Dead. It's just not my favorite game. It's just not a game that I play a lot in rotation. I think it's a great game. I really do. And it would be a tragedy if they just left the game the way they I just don't see them doing that. Not with these numbers. Strauss has said that they plan on it, but he had to come back and say it's got to be Rockstar. He wants to separate himself. He even said that he was aware of the whole Save Red Dead hashtag movement on social media, which was a great thing. Albeit there was a lot of toxicity involved in that, which there's no place for. There's too much of that in social media as it is. There's nothing wrong with criticism, but you have to finesse it and do it the right way, because if not, you end up destroying your own movement. It just turns into a bunch of trolls, which we saw a lot of that. But I don't think Red Dead is dead. I think that they will be getting, but it's not the same game as GTA. You know, it's not. They're not going to focus on it like that. But it's a beautiful game, and I think they're going to use a lot of the elements in the next GTA that comes out. So some of Rockstar's diverse portfolio, industry-leading intellectual property. Talk about LA Noire. There's some cool facts about that. Midnight Club. Yo, where's another Midnight Club at? I wish they would focus on some other games. I really do. I don't see why they can't do that. They have, what, 6,000 employees? Can't we get somebody, the whole Max Payne stuff coming out too. That was pretty cool. The 10-year anniversary was just a couple days ago. 2K. So Take2 is going to be pushing hard on 2K. 2K is going to be coming out with a bunch of content here. All right. They talk about the 2K series, best-selling basketball simulation, property based on dollar sales and units in the U.S. Over 123 million units sold worldwide. The series has. 2K League is the first competitive gaming league jointly owned by a U.S. professional sports league. And then there's some of the top contributors of Take-Two's recurrent consumer spending. And we'll see a graphic talking about the games coming out in the future pipeline, and Take-Two is at the forefront of this. They really are. 2K, excuse me, 2K is at the forefront of the future games coming out. All right, so talk about some more of 2K's diverse portfolio. Borderlands 3. The series has sold 75 million units. That's crazy. BioShock at over 39 million units. Civilization, 62 million units. That's really good. Civilization is one of the really good PC games out there. I've always been a fan of Total War, Age of Empires, and Civilization. Great games. Really cool games to just get lost in. It was really nice. XCOM 2, which is also a game they own. It's under 2K's portfolio, so pretty cool with that. Some more of 2K's diverse portfolio of industry-leading intellectual property. Mafia 3, really nice. The new PGA Tour 2K, which we're going to be having some more coming out. WW 2K22 or WWE 2K22, and then WWE 2K Battlegrounds, right? This is like a mobile game or whatever. So that's gonna be it's part of their whole portfolio. 2K actually is a lot bigger company than what I had originally thought, which is nice. And they got some private division stuff as well, which a lot of this stuff I believe is so I think some of it's mobile, some of it's just kind of like indie stuff or whatever, which is pretty cool. I won't spend too much time on that. And then here they're talking about big Take-Two mobile games right here. So just a lot of stuff. Just again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. This really isn't in our wheelhouse, right? But some cool stuff on there. Again, I'd never played the Dragon City Monster Legends Top 11, which I guess is like a soccer thing. Two Dots. I don't really know any, but it's huge numbers though, big numbers. Two Dots is downloaded 115 million times. Top 11, over 250 million registered users. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. It's the world's most successful mobile soccer management game. Do you even play it? Is it you just manage it? That's weird. All right. Their strategy, company growth drivers. The They talk about how they have the strongest development pipeline in history. They're going to be acquiring Zynga. They're anticipated to close on May 20th. If you guys know anything about Zynga, this is going to be, again, big with mobile gaming. They're pushing a lot of chips towards the mobile side. I mean, one day, maybe GTA 6 will be just a mobile release, right? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine all this time? Hey, we're waiting for GTA 6 on the PS5 and PC. They're like, sorry, GTA 6 is only going to be for mobile. Like, could you imagine? That would be such a mind. Oh my God, it'd be terrible. So here we go. Here's some of their fiscal year 23 to fiscal year 25. So 2023 to 2025 pipeline details. So 24 immersive core games. The big ones are all going to be on 2K, man. So The Quarry, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Kerbal Space Program, which is on PC and console in fiscal 24. NBA 2K23, PGA Tour 2K23, WWE 2K23. So huge with that. Independent 10, mobile 20, Grand Theft Auto the trilogy, right, on mobile, the definitive edition. Okay. That's planned for 2023. Mid-core will be 7 games, new tales, and then new iterations of previously released titles. Somewhere in this is GTA 6. They're not saying, and people, Bank of America was asking about this, and Strauss was getting kind of pissy with the Bank of America investors, and he was like, we're not really talking about this. It's kind of funny to hear it play out. And then they go on about pipeline definitions, promoting engagement and growth in recurrent consumer spending. This is microtransactions, right? Recurrent consumer spending is microtransactions. That's all it is. Virtual currency, Grand Theft Auto, NBA 2K21, Red Dead Online. Shark cards, I don't know what it is in 2K21. Gold in Red Dead. All the free to play. I love how that's the marketing is genius. Mobile games are free to play, but you have to pay to advance. Unless you want to spend 195 hours, grinding out on your cell phone, burning your battery out. Just buy these rubies or these gems and you'll advance, right? And then add-on content, Borderlands 3, Civilization, The Outer Worlds. And they're expanding their mobile offerings and capabilities with high-quality free-to-play IP created for mobile platforms, some more stuff. Core gaming experiences optimized for smaller screens. This is going to be all the stuff for mobile right here. Grand Theft Auto's on there, all that good stuff. More free to play. Yeah, GTA 5, more free to play stuff on there. They're implementing new business models in regard to subscriptions, but nothing was talked about with GTA Plus. Nothing. Nobody mentioned it. No investors. I think maybe just casually. In the opening statement, Strauss talked about GTA Plus as like a growth opportunity and something great for the community, but nothing further on than that on the conference call. So Apple Arcade, PlayStation, the new PlayStation Plus series coming out, or their new thing they're doing. More free-to-play stuff, and then standalone titles, all that good stuff right there. So yeah, that's the majority of what it is right here. They're pursuing emerging opportunities with esports, which is huge, and then of course China, right? Everybody wants a piece of that China apple pie. And the gaming industry, Rockstar or Take2 has a huge footprint in the Chinese market for gaming. As you see right here, they have the number one PC online sports game in China with nearly 57 million registered users across NBA 2K Online 1 and 2K Online 2. Which is huge. They own, a strong market in there. But 57 million registered users is nothing in China. It's nothing, right? So they have a lot of growth opportunity there. And they launched on Tencent's Wii game platform in China in 2021 in February, which is a big deal for them. So that's, hey, all the more power to them, man. Right? They talk about their successful track record of certain games, stuff like that. Pretty good. This is talking about their financials. I'm going to sort of kind of glaze over this. I don't want to get too in depth with it, talking about this. So as you see right here, look at fiscal year 2018, right? $1.9 billion, okay? And then you have full game, and then you have recurrent consumer spending, right? So you have like microtransactions and full game and other sales in the dark green. The microtransactions are going to be in the red or orange color. In 2018, it was a total of 1.9 billion. And then 2019 to 2021, what happens, right? We all know what happens. Everyone's staying at home. Everyone's everyone's social distancing, right? And it jumps from 1.9 billion to 3.5 billion dollars in 2021. All right, huge. And then fiscal year 2022, they take a dip on both categories of recurrent spending and full game because people are starting to get out of the social distancing. However, they are still going to be experiencing growth. They went from 1.9 to 3.4, so this new level is the new normal. So the net bookings are basically just all net products sold, everything. So that's pretty good. So they've jumped up dramatically. All right, so they got plenty of cash out there. Uh, their net bookings are diversified across various platforms. Console still represents 71% of their net bookings. Mobile is at 12% of their net bookings. PC is at 17%. So let me tell you where it kind of confusing. Console is the more established, um, I guess, medium, right? But even though mobile represents a smaller, net bookings across the with all the platforms, there's the most growth with mobile. That's why they are putting in all their money into or a lot of money into mobile. But they still have to focus a lot on console and PC. PC's at 17% because this is where their bread and butter is. Consoles where their bread and butter is, right? So going on, their business is highly cash generative, which is true, right? So they have adjusted unrestricted operating cash flow, non-GAAP. They have cash equivalents, and so they're basically operating at. This is their capital expenditure, and they have adjusted. So the green is their adjusted unrestricted operating cash, and then the red is their capital expenditure. So think of it kind of like expenses and gross profits, not net but gross profits, right? So that's what that is right there. And then basically you're looking at $2.5 billion in cash equivalents on fiscal year 2022. Man, lot of money, to be made out there. Okay. Then they go on to talk about their culture, giving back, which is good. I will give credit to Rockstar. Rockstar was very good, and I think Take-Two has some credit to be made, to had in this as well. They were there was a time a few years ago when a lot of the video game developers were even still today. Activision is a prime example where there was a lot of this crunch going on and overworking the employees to get the games out. And Rockstar kind of took the opposite approach. They're like, no, we want everybody to be comfortable, even though it's still a very high stress environment. We still want our employees, they were okay with everybody being at home and stuff like that. So I have to give credit where credit's due on that part. That's good. It really is. So basically, to talk about the money and stuff like that, just to kind of reiterate, they are down a little bit. Like I want to say it's like 4 or 6% from where they were in 2021 to 2022, but that's to be expected because everyone's getting out of the social distancing. But still, a lot of money to be made out there. And the things I took away from this is GTA is still growing. It's still going to be one of their big money, revenue sources. They're pushing heavy with 2K and mobile games. And again, I think they're going to be focusing on Red Dead here pretty soon. I hope they do. The Red Dead fans truly deserve that. They really do. And I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. So there you have it. That was the pretty much the meat and potatoes of the Take-Two Q4 earnings report investor call. So yeah, in about 3 months they'll have another one, and we'll be talking about it then. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to my channel for the Ills and Reels content in the game. Smash that like button. See you guys in the next one, right? Peace out. Yeah.